Buenos Dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it? You already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Here goes another one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a mother. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a mother. Smack at it. Ba-ya-uh. Ba-ya-uh. Ba-ya-ee-ya-ee. What it is, you can tell by that thumbnail right there. Leche. Leche 7-4. What's the deal, man? What's the deal, Leche? QLE. Now, trip out. I'm scrolling, right? Going through YouTube, going through Instagram, and something piqued my interest. Something jumped out at me. And, you know, first and foremost, in a menudo style of direct fashion, everything I speak on is a matter of opinion. It's my own opinion, how I feel. I ain't got no beef with no one, homes. I don't care about them situations. People can dislike me, hate on me, hate with me, hate at me. It doesn't matter. But one thing is for sure, I'm going to keep it real and I'm going to keep it brown. And that's a fact. You know, no one can deny that. I've been doing that. I've been keeping it brown and real as long as I've been on YouTube. Now, look, trip out on this. I'm scrolling, I'm looking, and something jumps out at me from Instagram. And it's right here. You see it? I see it too. Now, trip out. It seems like, you know, when the money side sway thing happened, a lot of people were speaking on it. I myself did several videos. So many other channels did videos. Everyone had input. Everyone had their opinion. Everybody had, you know, to do something on it. It was a hot topic, man. There was no doubt about it. Every channel was going to touch on it in some form or fashion. And some spoke on it just a little bit more than others. Some gave some of the specifics and the details. Some didn't. Some gave their opinion as to why it happened, and some didn't. I chose to take a step back when it comes to telling exactly why it happened and to tell you the what ifs or the why comes or the how comes. You know, and basically it all boils down to stay your young ass up out of prison, period. Just stay up out of prison, man, if you don't want that smoke, because it's definitely different in there. Now, trip out. Something happened in the last couple days where this Gavato smack ended up getting jumped on, getting beat up. And I noticed a lot of the Africano channels, a lot of the brother channels were doing spills on it, you know, giving their input, their 2 cents. Or whatever the case may be. I myself don't even know who Smack is, so I didn't want to speak on that situation just based on, I had no intelligence there. I didn't know, you know what I mean? How can I speak on something that I really don't know about? And again, man, it's not brown, I ain't down, right? Trip out. But one thing is for sure, if there's things that happen with the brothers, man, this is black and brown unity. If there's things that happen that are hot on the streets and people want to hear about it, I'm going to give my opinion on it. That's facts. That's just based on I got a platform that's boom bangling and I can. And people want to hear what I got to say. That's a fact, Matt. Now, trip out. It seems like the haters world touched on that particular situation. Maybe that Vato does his research quite well. Maybe he knows something that I don't know, right? Maybe he knows something that other people don't know. Hey, and if it's a hot trending topic, why not do your just dues, man? And why not speak on it? You know, he has every right, just like anyone has every right on any platform to speak on whatever the fuck they want to. That's a fact, right? But it seems like Lecce took an unliking, a dislike to this. You know, and as you see right there on that IG post, you know, he got at Haters World in a DM and basically told him, you didn't want to speak on the politics of money sign Suede. You didn't want to speak on Mexican politics, yet you speak on black politics, right? And then of course you see what Haters World said. He said, do your research, my boy. Basically, he did his. Now it's time for you to do yours. Because I can stamp it. In fact, indeed, he did talk about the money sign Suede incident. He just didn't put more on it than he should have. And he knows what's up. Having been on the block, having been around, the Vato knows what time it is. You know, and I commend him for that. I respect him for that. He doesn't have to like me. I don't have to like him. But at the end of the day, I do have a level of respect for him no matter what. And that's facts. And I'm just going to keep it real. Now, Lecce I also do respect. He's a little bit different. You know, he likes to agitate. He's an agitator. He likes to agitate people. He likes to build content where content isn't. He likes to aggravate people so that way he can get a response, so that way he can build content upon that. The Vato's a genius and a master of the game. He knows exactly what it is for content purposes, and I'm sure at the end of the day, he doesn't really dislike anyone but his enemigos. But at the same time, in the meantime, in between time, he's definitely going to drop some knowledge that I got in college. You know, it's just what it is. Now, when he said that about Haters World, I took a step back. Because the key words that popped out to me were, you don't want to speak on Mexican politics, but you'll speak on black politics. Well, first of all, Lecce, Have you ever looked in the mirror and said, you're not black, right? Now trip out. So does that give you rights just because you're from a hood or a black gang to speak on black politics? It really doesn't. If you really look at the grand scheme of things, it really shall not and shouldn't be. But you tend to do it. And when it comes to Mexican politics, hey, you know what I mean? Let you tends to put his 2 cents in. So if another man, a grown man that has a platform, that does good content, that does his research, wants to speak on whatever the fuck he wants to speak on, he's entitled and has every right to do so. Now, I myself didn't speak on the smack situation. Should have. Could have got hell of you. Didn't. Guard. We should have did that shit. At least I should have. You should have been over there trying to do what you does, cousin. Buying every guy. Right? I'm going to do me. But like I said, I didn't know too much about this individual. Now I'm starting to get put up on game and I'm starting to understand the ramifications of certain situations that happened to him. Whether he was beat up from the feet up or not, whether he got his toenails clipped, I can't color like an alcoholic. But one thing is for sure, the wind definitely blew his ass downwards, right? Already the big bad wolf huffed and puffed and blew his house down. It happens. Okay. But what happens more so than anything is your right to put whatever content you want on your platform. That's a fact, Holmes. I've been content creating for over 3 years now, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to speak on what I choose to speak on. Not what I want to speak on, but what I choose to speak on. You know, there's a lot of things out there that I know and a lot of things that happen that I don't speak on because it's none of my business to put it out there to the gente. If it wants to get put out there, I'll let someone else do it, and I'll elaborate on that, or it just fucking never gets put out there. Pensa en la tira. It's the way it is. Okay, that's just the way it is, especially when you have to toe the line, when you're really out there in the streets, when you're really out there wiggling, man. People are going to feel some type of way and take anything or everything as disrespect. Now, I know myself being non-active and not gang affiliated, man. A lot of these things I shouldn't speak on, so I don't, right? There's certain situations I'm trying to give game to the youngsters. I'm trying to give game to the raza and the masses, and that's what I do. That's why I do what I does, cuz. Oh, power! I'm going to do what I does. He does. Why can't I? Now, when Milk said this about Blue Devil, Haters World, I'm sure knowing the way Blue Devil works, he didn't even really, it was whatever. It was what it was. It's really not even no big deal. I'm sure he's like, whatever. Everyone can hate or everyone can have an opinion or whatever the case may be. I'm sure the Vato is going to continue to do him because he does it well. And I'm sure Leche is also going to continue. And I'm not trying to stir the pot and make something that's not there. There's no beef, I'm sure. I'm sure if these Vatos have to talk to each other, they could talk to each other behind the scenes, just like me and Milk did behind the scenes, like a real motherfucker. Ring, ring. Old school, remember that shit? Ring. Hey, Milk, I need to get at you. Bam, interview, let's go. Boom, that's how we did it, like real ones. Now, I'm not here to stir the pot or talk cheeseman, but I did notice it, and I felt some type of way. And in defense of Blue Devil, I felt some type of way because I honestly and truly believe he can speak on what he wants to, just like Milk can. You know, when people try to cause division, when they're talking about Mexican politics and black politics, first and foremost, nobody should be speaking on any type of politics. I'm assured that Blue Devil knows that, and I'm assured that Milk 74 also knows that. But if you choose to, it's your platform. If you choose to rock like that, you choose to speak on it, be aware there's repercussions for every action. I know some of us know that a little bit more further than others. Or they're Betty Right. It's just the way it is. Okay, I'm Spence on la tira. I wish we had freedom of speech to really say whatever the fuck we wanted. And you can. You absolutely can. But when you got a scar from here to there, then that's on you. Spence on la tira. When they come and huff and puff and blow your whole fucking nalga down, then you're in trouble. So I choose not to. But, so, Milk saying that, the way Blue Devil handled it was extremely professional and with class. And I enjoyed the response. He said, do your homework, you know, my boy. You know, no disrespect there, kept it classy, kept it real, and in fact, I commend that. Now, as far as Milk saying, you know, don't speak on black business if you're not going to speak on brown business, I can understand his argument as well. Meaning, hey, if you're too worried or scared to speak on your own people, why are you going to speak on my people? But them ain't your people. Hey, he ain't Mexican, in this case, he ain't black, brother, right? Hey, but I understand Milk, man. He's gamed up, comes from, you know, the streets of hooves. You know what I mean? And he definitely... I guess when you're affiliated or you're associated with a certain group that's predominantly one ethnicity, then you tend to lean that way by your speech, by your character, by your, you know, the way you look. And that's cool. But at the end of the day, you are what you are. Never be ashamed of what you are. Proud to be brown, stand tall and hard. Always remember exactly where you come from and what you are at the end of the day. So when you go telling people, hey, man, you want to speak on black politics, you got to look in the mirror and understand that you do as well. And you're not too dark yourself, brother. You know, but I do understand where his argument was, where he was saying you speak on one but not the other. Well, it's a different situation, man. I think I said that and I addressed that. with the homeboy Big S-Bone video. You know what I mean? I think I addressed it when I said I understand where he's coming from. Brothers can speak a little bit more freely than Mexicans, and I think you know that, Milk, just as well as the head they know that. And if you don't know, here's the knowledge you can't get in college, the real game, man, noodle style. It's just the way it is, man. In the state of California, brown people move differently. It's more militant, it's more structured, spends on la tira, and there's more rules and regulations that you have to fucking follow. The regulation is real. It's just what it is. Whether it's north or south, it don't matter, man. There's certain things that can't be spoken just because the wind's blowing, because they'll blow in the wind, get to the wrong ears, eh? And Vatos ain't trying to hear that bullshit, especially when it's somebody on YouTube speaking on prison politics, okay? Now, you could talk about, hey, some guy died. You could talk about, damn, he died in the shower. You could talk about, hey, they're not serving fucking biscuits and gravy today. You could talk about, damn, the SOS tasted like shit. But when it gets to the intricacies of the policies of what's going on the actual said yard or behind them walls, it's better left unspoken, or at least brown people are of the understanding there's certain things that you can and cannot say. Now, I know Blue Devil, having been in the game and still continuing allegedly to be in the game, I'm sure he understands these. And maybe he just did, was his prerogative. He could do what he wants to do like Bobby de Coca. He doesn't have to speak on nothing he doesn't want to speak on. He can pick and choose. That's the fine thing and the great thing about YouTube is you can pick and choose your content and act accordingly. Now, as far as Milk goes, I see him drop 6, 7 spills a day. You know, this Vato stays on it. Any little thing that happens, if a Vato gets hit in Chicago, if he gets his ear gets flicked, that Vato's going to do a reaction to it. If a Vato is taking a liquiazo and a hobo walks by and says, damn, you got a big chorra, I believe Milk's seen it too. Just like he's seen China Max. He's definitely going to drop what he drops, just what he does, the way he wiggles. So, for him to even acknowledge Haters World and the fact that he didn't do a spill on one person but did on another, that says two things to me. One, he's definitely a fan because he watches his stuff and he's up on the game. And two, you know, he's definitely voiced an opinion or wants it to be reciprocated. Basically, he wants that smoke or that funk. He's questioned him. He's never questioned me on anything I've ever done, other than one time he got at me in my DMs and said, damn, man, you do saying that without showing no paperwork. Then I showed him the paperwork and he was like, man, can I talk to you? And that was that, you know, real life. Now, I respect and enjoy both of those guys' channels and both their content. If you haven't tapped into both of them, go ahead, tap into the Haters World, man. I like it. Go ahead and tap into It's Milk TV. Bomb, right? They definitely do. He definitely does good reaction. They both react. Southside reactions as well as, you know, the white guy that's from a black gang reactions, right? Is that how we say it? I don't know. Pensa la tira. That's the way I'm saying it, Leche. Now, you know, when it comes to everybody voicing their opinion on who could say what and who could talk about who, really, in real life, we can all say whatever the fuck it is we want to say. We can all do whatever it is we want to do. You just have to do it delicately and walk that fine line. See, it's a fine line. See, I come from an era, man, where I remember one time we were in a pinta and they brought a camera crew for what? I don't know, man. Maybe they were filming to see how the grass grows on the yard, right? Even though it was all dirt. I don't know what they were doing or what they were up to. Never asked. Didn't want to know. But I know when they walked by, we turned quick. We weren't allowed to be seen on camera. We weren't allowed to voice our opinion. I did see several of the brothers giving interviews. I seen Wood giving it. My brother seen it. He wasn't supposed to. I don't know what happened to him after. I'm sure he has no ear and the tip of his nose is that way, right? But he definitely did that. Maybe they offered him coffee. I don't know what it is, man, but in real life, there's certain people that just won't do it. It's not condoned. It's not, it's frowned upon. It's not, the embracement isn't real when it comes to that, right? And being brown, I understood that. You know, we weren't supposed to speak on camera, be seen on camera, say nothing on camera. Based on, man, our program was our program. Hey, Holmes, it's called cat and mouse game. You know what I mean? Let them be the king. Let them be Tom. I say we'll be Jerry and we'll be over here. You know what I mean? Because we ain't scary. And that's just what it was. And that goes from up north, man. I know down south they wiggled in the same form and fashion, maybe a little bit differently, but they definitely wiggled. Facts. Now, YouTube's a whole different animal. See, we're in the future now. Back to the future. Oh, hell no. We're in the future, I say. And in the future, man, everything is done by social media. We are the hood news. We are the people that bring it to the streets. And some people choose to listen to others. Some people like my channel. Some people like the Convicts Perspectives channel. Some people like the Hater Worlds channel. Some people like Dankin and Drankin channel. Some people like Big Rojo. Some people like Dub. Some people like to hear it from the person that they enjoy hearing it from. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I said it doesn't matter if you're active, if you're non-active, if you're green, you're yellow, you're blue. We don't do pink. Well, at least my channel does it, right? And we don't know exactly what's going on, but at the same time, everybody enjoys hearing the perspective of the person they want to hear it from. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, it's a big community here on YouTube, and not all of us support each other, but I'm definitely one of the few men that definitely support everyone, even from behind the scenes, no matter what they say about me. I say, guess what? Hey, because time won't give me time Because time makes, I got plenty of time, man, and I'm going to do what I does. Orale, boy George. And it'd be like that sometimes. Now, trip out. Pensa la tira. Now, when I see people, trying to cause division, as in this case, I felt Milk was a little bit by some of the words he said, I was taken aback. I like that dude. I support that dude. And, I'm hating when people, I get the DMs myself. I get the messages myself. Why are you speaking on black business? That ain't got nothing to do with you. Well, guess what? I said, I done listened to the fucking Vato's music. I done bought his tapes, his CDs. I done supported him from here to there, man. I support everyone. Even that Vato that raised the camera. I support everybody. So, hey, I'm entitled to speak on what I want to speak on. If I want to talk about Tupac, I'm going to talk about Tupac. If I want to talk about Nip, rest in peace. The marathon must continue. I'm going to talk about Nip. See, just because I'm brown doesn't mean I'm not going to speak on black. Now, if it's something in prison that happened between blacks and their own people, I'm going to shy back because I understand that's their situation and it's different in there. But if, hey, two Vatos got in a fight on the street corner and everyone's talking about it, I say, I'm going to tell you who won, or who at least I thought won. Just like with the Tank Davis and the Ryan Garcia fight, I said, what's the difference? The black guy won. You know what I mean? No big deal. Hey, and a lot of people have money on the black guy. I definitely have money on the brown guy, and at the same time, the red was fucked up, so we're not even going to go there. But no excuses. Just what it was. Now, people look at certain things in a gang, like everything is gang related. Everything has to do with hood. Everything has to do with street politics or prison politics. That's not the way to look at YouTube. This is not prison. This is fucking social media. This is a platform where you can find Bigfoot, or you can find a fucking white guy right there in the canal trout fishing. This is where you can go over there and you can see fucking some psychic lying to you, or you can go around the corner and see a whore giving a mamon. This is what it is. It's for whatever you enjoy, whatever you want to see. Okay, so the division, I hate it. I constantly get it. I'm sure Milk gets it. I'm sure Haters World gets it. We all get that division part where people are like, you can't speak on this. You can't say that. Hey, at the end of the day, we're grown men, homes. We're going to say what we say and do what we does. Because now, hey, Milk, if you have a voice, and you do definitely have a horse in the race, you got a bigger channel. If you do feel a certain way, you addressed it well. You addressed them personally, and it was what it was. But at the same time, man, I think you are confused, eh? I think you are confused, and I think you, really being from the streets and being a gang member from the hood, understand the different ways that brothers and Mexicans rock, Holmes. Like I said, more militant, more structured over here. Not saying that the brothers ain't rocking like that, because, man, there's some brothers that are different. Give me your cornbread. They definitely are with that wiggle, but at the same time, man, it's always been a little bit more independent over there. It's always been a little bit more freedom compared to how Mexicans got. Spencer, it's just the way we are. Shit, I was born this way. See, I know I look good in the hood. Hey, it's like they love me. Even the Africanos, they're like, damn, time won't give me time. No, it won't. But it'll give you a chorra about 11 inches long. I'm telling you, it's just definitely different. But yeah, is there beef there? I doubt it. I think Haters World, like I said, handled it perfectly with class. I think Milk voiced and questioned them. And I think the way that the rhythm of the question was a little bit off. That man can talk about whatever he wants to talk about, just like Milk's going to talk about whatever he wants to talk about. Milk, you talked about Money Sign Sway with no hesitation, because you seen it was going to get you a whole lot of views. And I got to understand that people did that. I just hate when people are like, don't talk about black business, don't talk about brown business, don't talk about white business. Hey, really, in real life, motherfuckers should be talking about anybody's business. But at the end of the day, man, the streets are crying out for sangre. The streets are crying out for news. The streets are crying out for clecha. And it's up to us that have chose to build these platforms to give them that. And that's facts. So with that being said, man, I commend everybody involved. Definitely Haters World, man. He did his thug dizzle. He did his thing. And that Vato got a good channel. Like I said, go over there and support it, man. Go support all the Raza channels. It's up to us, man, to perform and to entertain the people. It's all entertainment. It's all what it is. A lot of it is facts, but a lot of it is opinion. Most of it is opinion. Just understand that. We've all done different places, different time, different things. I've done time in certain prisons where people were in other prisons, so it might not be exactly the same. But at the end of the day, my resume speaks for itself. I've been there and done that. I don't care about who tries to expose who, or who tries to do this or who tries to do that, because at the end of the day, I'm not the one to do that. I just support everybody. That's just the way it is. And I'm going to keep it cool with that. I have no problems with nobody. If you have problems with me, that's your fucking prerogative. You can do what you want to do, because I'm over here searching for a new love like Jody Watley. I'm going to do mine. Anyways, with that being said, that's my shit right here for the day, man. Haters World, Milk, they had a couple discrepancies, but at the end of the day, I'm sure they'll work it out amongst their own. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get every single thing that you want coming to you. And remember, at the end of the day, we're all going to struggle to strive and strive to struggle. If you don't strive in this, you're not going to win. And if you're not a winner, then you're a chicken dinner, and that's just what it is. With that being said, I hope that you like this. Make sure that you hit all notifications, turn them to all so that you get addressed and abreasted of everything that I drop, because every day I drop a new missive. Every day I drop more content. Every day I drop the bomb, you know, clack, 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 Mitchy Slick. I'm giving it to you guys. Now it's up to you to go out there, grasp it, and get it. You know, whether you hate me or you like me, the underdog's on top, and I'm going to shine, homeboy, into your heart. Stop. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for unity, black and brown. And I'm going to talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. I'm sure Haters World's going to talk about whatever he wants to talk about. And Milk, you've already been talking. This is the gun. Bang, bang.